Okay, welcome to the 2012 Trash Mouth Fantasy Football League Playoffs podcast, Week 1 recap. We have the Bengali Bombers, the wild card Bengali Bombers on the phone.
Dave, it's good to be here, and I guess if I'm doing this, that means that I won the week, because I must have had the most points, because that's the requirement for the podcast, if I understand it correctly.
That is correct, Bengali Bombers. You had your comeback victory last night with 7 minutes and 23 seconds left. Ridley, a.k.a. Ridley, believe it or not, scores to give you the comeback victory over the six shooters, 58-56. And that was your 8th career wild card playoff win.
It was a great feeling. I was watching that game, nervous all night, waiting for New England to shut them down for most of the game, and then Arian Foster scores, and I was a little worried, but then I knew that we had enough time in a whole quarter left for us to make a comeback. And if you know Bill Belichick, he does not quit. I think the Texans gave up, started substituting people, and we took advantage, and as a result, the Bombers are in and with a win, baby.
Yes, it was. It was a very dramatic win for the Bengali Bombers. So, Bengali Bombers, please explain to us what happened when the winning score went down in the Bengali Bomber household.
Well, I think it was around, 11:30 p.m., somewhere around there, and I'm sitting next to the wife on the couch watching the game, and when Ridley broke it for a 15-yarder, I think it was, I jumped out of my seat and startled the missus, but then I had to explain to her why I was jumping, but she understood, and she said that all of you guys are crazy, but she gets it.
Okay, that's great. That's a great little side story that nobody knows about. All right, Bengali Bombers, you exercised the Dave & Buster's demons from last season, coming from behind this week, starting it off, coming there on Sunday around 2:45, 3 o'clock, down 44-18. And what were you thinking when you came in, knowing that you were down by so much?
It was just, I had confidence because it was, if you looked at my lineup for the week, you would have noticed that I didn't have much going on at 1 o'clock. 4 o'clock was, and also Sunday night and Monday night were my big hitters. So I knew I had a shot as long as nobody was running away with it with scoring 60 plus. I knew I had a shot, and I was pretty confident, and we pulled it out.
Yeah, that must have been very sweet for you to be in the playoff spot at Dave & Buster's, and Chet watching from the sidelines live also at Dave & Buster's.
Yeah, Chet was there, and, for those of you who haven't heard his podcast, you should go back and listen because he picked the right winner, I think.
That's true. All right, Marshawn Lynch, big 3 touchdowns for you in a big spot, being down 44-18 going into the 4 o'clock games. You must have been very excited when Marshawn took over.
It was unbelievable. We were at Dave & Buster's, and on his last touchdown, I was running with him just to make sure that he got into the end zone. And as soon as he did, I did like a fist pump, and it was awesome because he only had 11 carries, but he was for 100 plus yards and 3 scores. That's just unbelievable production. It was awesome.
That's great. All right, Bengali Bombers, you have a chance to win it all next week. What are you feeling right now, knowing that you came so close last year and you've been so close over the last few years?
I just, one word that keeps coming back to me is confident. I'm pretty confident. I have a good balanced team. I know that some people early on in the year thought that had a team with quarterback heavy stuff, and it wasn't going to carry me through. But if you look at my score sheet for this week, you'll see contributions from pretty much everyone. I got 12 points out of my quarterbacks who were supposed to carry me. But I think I have a balanced team, and it was proven this week where even with my quarterbacks only scoring 12 points, I wound up winning the week.
That is true. You definitely had a balanced attack, 5 touchdowns from your running backs, as well as everybody else contributing to a very big victory for the Bengali Bombers. All right, Bombers, this part of the segment of the show, it's called the parting shots, the playoff parting shots. Any comments, questions, concerns towards any GM in particular? Anything you want to say, you have the floor for the next 45 seconds.
Well, I don't want to call out any GMs, but I just want to make general comments, and I think they'll know who I'm talking about. Like I said, in the beginning of the year, when the Bombers were 0-3, everybody was doubting about Peyton and saying, how can he come back? He's got 4 surgeries, and his neck is not right. After he takes the first hit on the field, he's going to be out for the year, blah, 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 blah. Well, Peyton proved this year that he's a game changer. He's a ball player, and he carried his team. He's made a significant contribution to the Bombers team, and he's going to make sure that I clinch the victory and the title. Other than that, I think, for everybody who's in the process still, obviously it's not over yet. We're looking forward to it. Week 2 and week 3, I just have to win one out of those 2, which, again, won't be easy, but I'm looking forward to it. I think I have a balanced attack, and I'm confident in grabbing this title because it's mine, baby. The Bombers are back, baby.
Wow, that's a confident Bengali Bombers, and he should be. The Trash Mouth Fantasy Football Playoffs Podcast, Week 1 recap. The Bombers with the dramatic come-from-behind victory with 7:23 to go last night in the fourth quarter. Gets the victory, his 8th career wild card win. All right, Bengali Bombers, I know you're busy right now. You're on the phone with a couple of your administrative assistants for your teams. You want to get back to the practice field, look over film. So I appreciate you joining us for the Playoffs podcast, and we'll talk to you soon, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks, Dave. It's been fun, and I look forward to being on next week's podcast.